Hi. In the previous class, we have seen about what is screening effect. Okay, so in order to find the screening effect, or else in order to calculate the screening effect shown by all the electrons, a scientist known as Slater has given certain rules. So yesterday we have seen those rules. I mean, in the previous class, we have seen those rules. Now again I'm revising those rules because we could not finish these rules completely. So that is why I'm again explaining these rules. So actually these rules, Slater rules, are meant to calculate the magnitude of screening constant. To calculate the magnitude of screening constant, that means the value of screening constant. See, already we have seen. Suppose this is the nucleus, and suppose these are the shells, and suppose these are the electrons, and we have seen that. Suppose here, if you consider this electron, there will be force of attraction between the nucleus and this electron. At the same time, the electrons which are present in the inner shells, they repel this electron. They will push away this electron. So here, two types of forces are acting on this electron. One is pull, nuclear pull, and other one is this one. These electrons will push away this electron. Okay, and if any electron is present along with this electron, even this electron also will show some screening effect. So what is screening effect actually? Screening effect is nothing but the protection of the inner shells and even the electron present in its own orbit. Okay, these electrons will protect this electron from the nuclear force of attraction. That means the nuclear force of attraction on this electron, it is decreased by these electrons. Okay, so such a decrease is said to be screening. That means these electrons, they protect this electron from the force of attraction of the nucleus. Protection means screening or protection or else shielding. So all these words will give the similar meaning. So every electron will protect or else every electron will screen this particular electron to some extent. Okay, so upon calculating the screening effect shown by all the electrons, we'll get a some value. That value is called a screening constant, which is designated as sigma, Greek letter sigma. Okay, see, actually the magnitude of screening constant, it depends on the number of inner electrons. So the magnitude of screening constant depends upon the number of inner electrons and the electrons of its own group. That means these two electrons, if they belong to same group, then the other electron also will show some screening effect. Okay, it will show some screening constant. So upon calculating the screening constant of all the electrons, then we'll get the actual screening constant on this electron. Okay, so how to calculate the screening effect of each and every electron, or in order to calculate the screening effect, so Slater has given certain rules. So now we will learn those rules one by one. See, actually, for example, consider nitrogen atom. Nitrogen atom, its configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2s2, 2p3. Okay, so these are the 3 electrons, and this is inner shell electron. Suppose we are able to calculate the screening effect shown on this electron. That means how many altogether? Altogether 7 electrons. I am drawing those 7 electrons here. C1, already 2 electrons are here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 electrons altogether. Suppose this electron, let us assume this electron, nucleus will attract each and every electron. Nucleus will show force of attraction on each and every electron. So what happens here, the actual force of attraction shown by the nucleus, it is not affected on this electron, because the other electrons will reduce the actual force of attraction of the nucleus. Therefore, this electron will feel some less force of attraction than the actual force of attraction shown by this nucleus. Okay, so that there will be reduction in the force of attraction. So this electron will not feel the actual force of attraction of the nucleus. Okay, there will be reduction. I mean, this electron will feel less force of attraction. So that less force of attraction is due to the screening of these electrons. That means these electrons will protect this electron from the force of attraction of the nucleus. Right. So we have seen all these things in our previous class. See, now we are intended to calculate the screening constant. Suppose on this electron, how the screening constant can be calculated. Let us see. Suppose this electron is this one. Now, in order to calculate the screening constant on any electron, Slater has given certain rules. So now we will learn the rules. So first of all, what we have to do? Write the electronic configuration of the elements in the following order and grouping. See, look here. So actually, these are the subshells. They are grouped. So while grouping, all the subshells belonging to same orbit should bond together. All the subshells of the same orbit should bond together. Here also, all the subshells of same orbit should be brought together, and they should be grouped. So how the grouping should be done? Grouping should be done like this. S and P together should be given as a separate group, and D and F should be given as a separate group. Suppose in first orbit there is only S subshell, hence there is no P subshell, hence this group contains only one S subshell, and in the second orbit contains S and P subshells. So here these two will become a group, and in the third orbit it contains three subshells, S, P, D. But S and P can be given a separate group, and D will be given as a separate group. Okay, so always D should be grouped with F if it is present. S should be grouped with P. So in the same way here in the fourth orbit, S and P, 4S and 4P are grouped together, and 4D and 4F are grouped together. In the same way, 5S and 5P are grouped. So here the grouping should be done in such like this. Okay. After this is the way of grouping. See, look here. Suppose let us assume this group. Let us take this group. So here to this group is left side, and all other groups are present on the right side. Suppose if I consider this group, then these three groups are towards the left side, and these groups are towards the right side of 3D group. Okay. See, always while calculating the screening constant, we should not consider the electrons of the groups which are present on the right side. Okay, so the right side electron groups should not be considered while calculating the screening constant. So I will take one example and explain. For example, right. I will take example of magnesium. I will explain about nitrogen also, but for time being, just in order to explain this concept, I am taking a magnesium example. So magnesium's configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Okay, so these two will become a group, and this will become a group because there is no 3p in magnesium. Electron is not present in 3p. So here this will be one group. Suppose here 2 electrons and here 6 electrons are present in 2p and 2s and 2p. Suppose this is 6 electrons. These are the 6 electrons. Now I need to find the screening constant on this electron. Suppose I am going to find screening constant on this electron, and this is 1s electrons, and these are 3s electrons. So to find the screening constant, look here. So to find the screening constant on this electron, so here I'm putting an arrow. So I want to calculate the screening constant on this electron. So this electron is present in this group. 2p is present in this group. Now 3s electrons will not contribute anything. They does not show any screening constant, or else they does not screen this electron. I'll draw the electrons orbit wise like this also. So 2 electrons are present in 1s and 2 electrons are present in 2s. 2p, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons are present in 2p and 3s, 2 electrons are there. See, look here, 3s, these are the 3s electrons. Suppose here I am going to calculate the screening constant on this electron. Let us assume screening constant on this electron. See, look here, this electron is present in the second shell. So now these 2 electrons does not screen at all, because they are away from the nucleus. They are not, these 2 electrons are not present between the nucleus and this particular electron. So these 2 electrons does not show any screening effect. Okay, so the screening effect is shown by these 2 electrons and also the other 6 electrons which belonging to the same group, because all these electrons belonging to the same group. So that is why the electrons which belong to the same group will show screening effect. Okay, and the electrons which are present towards the right side. So to this group, these electrons are present in the right side. So the electrons which are present in the right side, they does not show any screening effect on these electrons. So that is why the screening effect of these 2 electrons should not be calculated. Okay, now let us see how to calculate the screening effect on this electron. Okay, so in order to calculate this, we have to follow these rules. Okay, first of all, we have to group like this. So already I think you understood this one, how to make grouping, and which group is present towards the right side and which group is present towards the left side of a given group. Right. Now let us learn the second rule. Actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 rules are applicable to s electrons and p electrons. The group which contain s and p electrons, for that group the first 5 rules are applicable. So first we will learn the first 5 groups and afterwards we will learn the other rules. Okay, first 5 rules we will learn. So already we have learned the first rule. Now we will learn the second rule. What is the second rule? Second rule says that electrons in any group, for example, let us take this group. So the electrons present in this group, electrons in any group to the right of ns group. See, look here. Okay, suppose now we are calculating the screening constant of this electron. So this electron is present in 2s and 2p group. Okay, so to this group is right side. To this group is right side. So that means, so here second rule is telling about this one. Electrons in any group to the right of NS-NP group. That means this group is towards the right side of NS-NP group. NS-NP group. Okay, so now actually why NS-NP it is called? Because we see this N and NP. Though here the third orbit is the last orbit, but here in this case we are calculating the screening constant of this electron. That means this electron is present in second orbit. Okay, while calculating the screening constant or else the screening effect, so we have to consider the group, this group as the nth group. Okay, that means this shell, the electron which is present in the group or else the group in which this electron is present, that group should be treated as present in the last shell. So this shell should be treated as last shell, because we are treating the we are calculating the screening effect of the electron which is present in this group. Hence this group will stand as the last orbit. Though magnesium is having one more orbit, but these electrons or this group is not considered for screening effect. So that means we should simply eliminate that one. Now this group will become the nth group or else last orbit. So that is why NS and NP is given. See, this group is present towards the right side of NSNP. Now let us consider this one as NSNP. Okay, towards NSNP, to this NSNP, this group is present right side. So the electrons in any group to the right of NSNP group contribute nothing to the shielding effect. That means the electrons which are present in this group, they contribute nothing to the screening effect. Okay, so gradually after solving some examples, we will come to an understanding, clear understanding. So now let us learn the third point. So third point, all the other electrons in the NSNP group. See, this is called as NSNP group now. This is called as NSNP group. So in this NSNP group, how many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons are there. But we are going to calculate the screening constant on this particular electron. So that means in this group there are 8 electrons, and now we are going to calculate the screening effect on this particular electron. So how many other electrons are there in this group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other electrons are there. So we have to exclude this electron. Okay, so the third rule is saying that all the other electrons means the electrons which belong to the same group. Okay, all the other electrons which belong to the same group, all the other electron in the NSNP group shield the electron by 0.35 each. That means how many? All these 7 electrons, every electron, 7 electrons. Okay, each electron will shield, we will show screening effect by 0.35. So altogether how much? Okay, so now calculate 0.35 into 7. 0.35 into 7, how much it will be? 7 5 35, 5 3, 21, 24, 4, 2.45. So it will be 2.45. That means all the electrons which are present in the same group, in the same group means now here we are calculating the screening constant of this electron. So the group I mean the electron where this electron is, the group where this electron is present, so that group is said to be the same group. Okay, so now 7 electrons are there in the same group, hence 7 into 0.35 each. So altogether 2.45 screening constant is shown by these electrons. So all the other electrons in the NSNP group shield the electron by 0.35 each. That means how much screening effect is shown by all these electrons which are present in its own group? So this much. Now let us learn the fourth rule. All the electrons in the n-1 shell. So we have treated as this shell as the nth shell. Now this is the nth shell. This is the nth shell. So this will become n-1 shell, because the electron where where that electron is present, so that group will be that group is said to be belonging to nth shell, and the groups which are present towards the left side, okay, that will become n-1 shell. So this will be the n-1 shell, and this will be the nth shell. Okay, now this is the nth shell and n-1 shell. So fourth rule says that all the electrons in the n-1 shell screen by 0.85 each. That means how many electrons are there in the n-1? So now this is n-1. How many electrons are there? 2 electrons. So 2 into, that means 2 electrons are there. 2 electrons into, each electron will contribute 0.85. 0.85. 0.85. So these electrons will show screening effect, and these 7 electrons also will show screening effect. So altogether, so this value is 2.45 and this value is 1.7. Okay, so that means the total screening effect shown on this electron, the total screening effect shown on this electron is how much? So 2 electrons. From these 2 electrons, the screening effect shown is 1.7. That means 2 electrons into 0.85, because these 2 electrons, they belong to some other group. These 2 electrons are not present in the same group. If these 2 electrons are present in the same group, then they also will have 0.35. But these 2 electrons, they belong to some other group. So that means they belong to n-1 shell. So when the electrons belong to n-1 shell, then each and every electron, all the electrons in the n-1 shell screened by 0.85 each. So there are 2 electrons. So each electron will screen 0.25. So as there are 2 electrons, 2 into 0.85, it will be 1.7. So altogether, upon adding this, the screening constant shown by these electrons and even the other electrons, so finally we will get the value of 1.70511. So 4.15. Altogether, the screening constant shown on this electron is how much? 4.15. Screening constant shown on this electron is 4.15. Right. Now let us calculate the screening constant shown on this electron. So on this electron, screening constant is 4.15. Now if you want to calculate the screening constant shown on this electron, that means on 3s electron, so how to calculate? Again the same rules. So now this group, these electrons will become the nth group. Okay. So this is about magnesium atom. Okay. Now this will become the nth group, because the last group, the electron which we are going to calculate is present in this group, and that group is treated as the nth shell group. And here this is the second shell, it becomes n-1 shell. So from back side we have to go inside. Okay, from back side we have to move towards the nucleus. So that means this will become n-1 shell and this will become n-2 shell. These 2 electrons belong to n-2 shell, these 2 electrons will belong to n-1 shell, and these 2 electrons, these 6 electrons, they belongs to n-1 shell, and these 2 electrons, they belong to nth shell. See here, now we are going to calculate the screening effect on this electron, that means on 3s electron. So in this case, what will be the screening constant? For this electron, how much it is? 4.15. Now we are going to calculate the screening constant on this electron. So I am rubbing it off. Screening constant on this electron. So this electron is present in this group, this particular group. There is no 3p in it. Okay, if 3p is there, 3p also will belong to this group only, because always S and P together will become a group. So how many electrons are present in this group? Only 2 electrons. Out of 2 electrons, we are going to calculate the screening constant of 1 electron. So how many electrons are left over? Only 1 more electron is left over, belong to the same group. That means this electron will show some screening effect on this electron. Okay, that means here, now we are going to calculate the screening effect on this electron. On this electron we are going to calculate. So this is a magnesium atom. Now we are going to calculate screening effect on this electron. Now all these electrons along with these electrons also will show screening effect, and will try to reduce the force of attraction of the nucleus on this particular electron. Okay, this electron is attracted by the nucleus by how much force? By force of Z is equal to 12 units, because magnesium, its atomic number is 12. It contains 12 positive charges. So the force of attraction is by 12 units. The force of attraction shown by the nucleus is, the actual force of attraction shown by the nucleus on this electron is 12 units. But here, due to the due to these electrons, the force of attraction is reduced by certain amount. These electrons will show some screening effect. Okay, so as a result of screening effect shown by these electrons, what happens? The actual force of attraction of this nucleus on this particular electron will decrease. So how much that force of attraction is decreased, we will calculate. So first of all, we will calculate the screening constant on this particular electron. So now, what are the electrons which are showing screening effect? So these electrons. So one electron belonging to the same group will show screening effect. So here second rule is applicable. So that means electrons in any group to the the third rule is applicable now. All the electrons in the same group shield the electron by 0.35. So how many electrons are other electrons are there? All other electrons. So how many other electrons are there? So only one other electron is there. So one other electron into that electron will show 0.35 screening effect plus. So now these 8 electrons will become the inner electrons, n-1 shell, and even n-2 shell also will become inner electrons. But so according to the fourth rule, all the electrons in the n-1 shell screen by 0.85 each. So how many electrons are there in the n-1 shell? In the n-1 shell there are 8 electrons, 2 plus 6. So 8 electrons. 8 electrons into each electron, how much? 0.85 each. 0.85. And also some more electrons are there. Which electron? In n-2. So now fifth rule is applicable here. So according to fifth rule, all the electrons in n-2 or lower shell. So now this is n-2. Sometimes some atoms contains even lower shells also. So all the electrons in n-2 or lower shell shield by 1 unit each. So how many electrons are present in the n-2? 2 electrons are there. So these two electrons will shield by 1 unit each. So altogether it will be 2 plus here 8 into 0.85. 0.85 into 8. 5 8 is 40. 8 8 is 64 plus 4 68. 8. 6.8. Altogether 6.8. That means these electrons. That means the electron present in n-1. How many? 8 electrons. They show screening effect of 6.8. 6.80 or else 6.8 simply. Okay, next. This one electron. So 0.35. 0.35. 0.35. So these are all the electrons which show screening effect. So now if you add the screening effect shown by each and every electron, finally you will get screening constant sigma. So how much it will be? 2 plus 6.8. It is 8.8 plus 0.35. 8.8 plus 0.35. How much it will be? 511. So 9.15. It will be altogether 9.15. That means these electrons, how many electrons are there? So all these electrons, they screen or else they protect this electron from the nucleus by reducing the force of attraction by this much units. That means this much units of force of attraction is reduced by these electrons. Actually this nucleus is showing how much force of attraction in the last on the last electron. 12 units of force of attraction is shown by this nucleus on the last electron. This is the actual force of attraction the nucleus should show, but these electrons, they are decreasing the force of attraction. So how much the value is decreased by 9.15 value is decreased. So altogether, so upon removing 9.15, so what will be the force of attraction, net force of attraction or else a resultant force of attraction left over on this electron by the nucleus? So this much. How much? 12 minus 9.15. So 5. Okay. here how much? So 12 minus 9, 3.05. Only 3.05 units the nucleus is showing. That means this electron is experiencing only 3.05 units of force of attraction by the nucleus. But the nucleus is trying to pull this electron by 12 units, but the actual force of attraction experienced by this electron is only this much. What happened to why this much is why only this much? Because this much amount of force of attraction is reduced. It is decreased by these inner electrons. Okay, so the force of attraction reduced by the inner electrons is said to be screening constant. Okay, the screening constant, it depends on the number of inner electrons and also the electrons of the own group. So like this we will calculate the screening constant and also the resultant. So now this is called as what? This is called as resultant nuclear force of attraction. Resultant nuclear force of attraction. What is the actual force of attraction? This is called as actual nuclear force. So this is called as actual nuclear force of attraction. So what is the actual nuclear force of attraction shown on this electron? How much? Actual nuclear force of attraction should be 12 units. But is this electron is experiencing 12 units of force of attraction? No. This electron is not experiencing 12 units of force of attraction. Then how much force of attraction this electron is experienced from the nucleus? Simply it is experiencing only 3.05. What happened to the other amount? So this much amount is reduced. This much force of attraction, it is cancelled by the electrons which are present in the inner shells. They are acting as shields. They are acting as screens, or else they are acting as protectants. Okay, so now this electron is protected from these from the nucleus by these electrons. Okay, these electrons are said to be screening electrons. So here the actual nuclear force of attraction should be 12 units, but the resultant nuclear force of attraction now is how much? It is only 3.05. Now it is called as Z star. So actual force of attraction is denoted by Z, and the resultant nuclear force of attraction is said to be Z star. It is also called as effective nuclear charge. It is also called as effective nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge. Okay, what is effective nuclear charge? How to calculate the effective nuclear charge? We'll learn about this one also. Okay, so how do we get the effective nuclear charge? Effective nuclear charge is equal to Z minus sigma. What is Z? Z is the actual nuclear charge. So this is called as effective nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge. What is this one? Z. Actual nuclear charge. Actual nuclear charge. And what is sigma? Sigma is called as screening constant. It is called as screening constant. So like this we can calculate the screening constant on S electron. So here this is electron, S electron. Which electron? We have calculated S electron. So previously we have calculated for P electron. Now we have calculated for S electron. So for S electron or for P electrons, these 5 rules are applicable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 rules are applicable for NS electron or NP electron. See, I've shown here NS electron or NP electrons. So these 5 rules are applicable. Now we will learn about the 6th and 7th rule, which are related to ND and NF electron. ND and NF electron. So now we will take another example to calculate the, to learn the rules 6 and 7. Okay, so effective nuclear charge Z star is equal to what? The actual nuclear charge minus screening constant. Right. Now let us take an example to learn rule 6 and 7. Let us take example of zinc. So in zinc configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, okay, 4s2, 3d10. So this is the electronic configuration, but we have to convert it into grouping. So in order to convert into grouping, simply what we have to do, we have to bring all the subshells of the same orbit together, and finally we have to group it. So 1s, it will be one group. 2s, 2p6, this will be another group. Now 3s, this is another group. Now 3d will come before 4s. 3d will come before 4s, and now 4s will be another group. So after grouping, so it appears to be like this. Now we are going to calculate the screening constant on this on the electron point in this group. So 3d, I am saying about 3d. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Suppose I am going to calculate the screening constant on this electron. So now we have to exclude that electron, and we have to look in this in this group, how many electrons are there? How many electrons are there in this group? There are 10 electrons in that group. So we have to exclude this electron. So how many electrons are left over in that group? So 9 electrons are left over in that group. So 9 electrons in the same group. Okay, right. So now after grouping, it appears to be like this. So 9 electrons are present in that group. Now in order to calculate a screening constant for d electron or else f electron, in order to calculate the screening effect for d electron or f electron, so all the other groups, look here, all the other groups which are present towards the left of this particular group, okay, all the electrons in other groups towards the left of this particular group, so these electrons will contribute 1. See, all the electron lying to the left of ND-NF group contribute 1 to each. So all these electrons, how many electrons are there altogether? Here 2, here 8, here 8 again. So how much it is? 8, 8, 16, 2. 18 electrons. So 18 electrons into 1 each, because rule 7 says that all the electrons lying to the left of which group? ND, NF group. So here ND, that means 3D group. So now it is called as nth group. Okay, so to this group, not to this orbit. not to this orbit, only to this group. We have to consider only this group. And though this group is present in the same orbit, but that group should be treated along with the other groups only. For d electrons, though this group belongs to the same electron also, but this group should not be considered along with this group. Okay, so now this group is treated as the other groups which are present towards the left side. So now we have to include this group also with the other groups, and now we have to see how many electrons are present in all the groups which are present to the left side of this particular group. So here this group is there to this group, so these groups are present in the left side. So we have to consider all these electrons. See, rule 7 says that all the electrons lying to the left of NDNF group contribute 1 to each. That means one electron will contribute. That means every electron will contribute one unit, 1 to each. That means each electron will contribute 1. But here in this group, okay, so for this group, that means for 9 electrons, how much screening constant these 9 electrons are providing on this electron. So for this, again we have to look into rule 6. Rule 6 says that rules 2 and 3 are same. Even for this also, for ND and NF electron, rule 2 and 3 are applicable. Rule 2 and 3 are applicable. What are rules 2 and 3? Rule 2, electrons in any group to the right of NS-NP group contribute nothing. That means here, so to this group, so this group is lying right side. That means it should not consider, because the groups which are present towards the right side, right of NSNP or even any ND group also, NSNP or NDNF group, NSNP or NDNF group. So here for this is ND group, so to this group is right side. That means we should not calculate the screening constant shown by these electrons on this. So the screening constant of these electrons is 0. We should not calculate. Suppose this is the nucleus, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit and fourth orbit. So here first orbit contains how many electrons? 2 electrons. First orbit contains 2 electrons. Second orbit contains how many electrons? 8 electrons. 8 electrons. Third orbit is having how many? Here 6 plus here 10. 6 plus 2, 2 plus 6 plus 10. That means 2 plus 6, 8 electrons plus 9 plus 1 electron. 9 plus 1. Why 9 plus 1? Because 1 electron, I am calculating the screening constant of 1 electron. So the 9 electrons, okay, will be treated separately. So that means 9 plus 1 electron. Okay, and these 4s electron, fourth group is having 2 electrons. 4s. That means a fourth orbit is having 2 electrons. So look here on this particular electron. So all these electrons will show screening effect, but these electrons does not show screening effect on this electron, because these electrons are not present between the nucleus and this particular electron. These 2 electrons are present away from this electron. They are not located between these two, between the nucleus and this particular electron. So these 2 electrons are not located. Hence we should not calculate the screening constant of this. That means 4s electrons should not be considered for the screening effect. So how many electrons are there? So only these, up to here only we have to see. So from this group, from this particular group, 3D group, only 9 electrons are showing screening effect. Okay, so here now this is rule 2 and rule 3. All the other electrons in the NSNP group or else ND group, in the given group shield the electrons by 0.35 each. That means these 9 electrons will show 0.35 each. 0.35 each. So how much altogether? 18 into 1 is equal to 18 plus 9 into 0.35. 0.35 into 9. 9 5s are 45. 9 3s are 27, 31. So 3.15. Altogether it is 21.15. So how much? So the sigma or else the screening constant, how much it is? So the screening constant shown by all these electrons on this particular electron, So now don't consider these electrons, 2 electrons. So on these particular electrons, all these electrons are showing screening effect by 21.15. Okay. See, look here. So actually, what is the charge of the nucleus? So the zinc contains, atomic number of zinc is 30. So that means 30 units. The nucleus should show 30 units of force of attraction on this particular electron. That means actual nuclear charge should be shown on this electron is 30 units. But this much amount of force of attraction is reduced by these electrons. So what will be the effective nuclear charge? Effective nuclear charge will be 30 minus 21.15. So altogether how much it will be? 8.85 units only. See how much amount of force of attraction is reduced by these electrons on this particular electron. So this much. Actually, if these electrons are not showing for screening effect, so this electron should experience this much force of attraction by the nucleus. But due to the presence of these electrons, what happens? This electron is not experiencing 30 units of force of attraction from the nucleus. This electron is now experiencing only 8.85 units of force of attraction. Okay, now this is called as effective nuclear charge. Okay, effective nuclear charge is always equal to the actual nuclear charge or else atomic number minus screening constant. So in this way we will calculate the effective nuclear charge. So now we will learn the other things tomorrow.